What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, hello, my name is Jess and I upload makeup tutorials every week. I have been so excited for this video. In this video today, I'll be using all e.l.f. products. It's so exciting because I use e.l.f. on a daily basis. If you guys have been following e.l.f. for a while, you know that their products have changed a lot and the quality has gone up tremendously. So if you want to see how I got this beautiful makeup look, keep watching. So I'm going to first go in with my primer, and I've been loving the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's really worked great for my skin. It really just hides all the pores. It's easy to work with, and for the price, you honestly can't beat it. So I just take a little bit on my fingers, rub it in really good, and then put it on my T-zone area. And it's not too sticky, not too tacky, which I personally like. You'll probably see my face getting a little bit red, obviously, since we're working with it now. And I'm just going to grab a little bit more and put that on my forehead, because I have been breaking out, as you can see, in these areas and on my forehead. So I really want that foundation to stick. For foundation, I will be using the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation. I am in the shade Natural. I've only tried this a couple times. The first time I didn't really like it, so I'm excited to try it out again. I'm not really sure if the color matches me right now, but we'll definitely play with it and work with it, and I will use it. First time I did try it, I don't think it was very satin on me, but I'm excited to try it again and see how it works. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. And I'll be using my Morphe 439 brush to blend that out. The color might be a little bit light for me right now, but with bronzer and everything, we'll make it work. There's an interesting smell with this foundation that I did not notice last time. It smells like men's cologne, which I'm not complaining about. But just kind of interesting for a foundation to smell like that. But on me, it's not so much satin. It's kind of full coverage. And it's not that easy to blend out, I'm kind of getting at. We'll see how the rest of the face looks. Yeah, it's really thick and hard to blend out. My arm is getting tired. So right off the bat, this foundation would definitely be a no-go for me. It's really not that easy to blend out. On me, it's really thick. I don't think it's more of a satin finish. It's more of like a full coverage matte kind of finish. So I really had to do a lot of blending off camera. I had to like really get in there with a mirror and make sure everything was blended. I will say the color I think matches me okay, but for the second time using this foundation, I don't really like it, so I don't think I'm going to use that ever again. So next I'm going to go in and do my brows, and then I'm going to do my face routine a little bit different. I'm going to do my concealer and my under eye powder first before I do my eyes. For brows, I'm going to be using two different products. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Brow Pomade, and then I'm also going to be using the Morphe Brow Pomade. I know this is an all e.l.f. video, but I just have this really dark color, so I'm going to kind of use the dark color and the light color both. So sorry about that, guys. I don't have another light color in the brow pomade, so I'm just going to be using that. Alright, you guys, so now that eyebrows are done, I'm going to go in and do my under eye concealer. Of course, I'm going to be using the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I live by this concealer. It's what I use every single day. This is in the shade Light Sand, but I have them in almost every single color shade. So I kind of vary it day by day, and whatever I pick up first is usually what I use. So I'm going to put that underneath my eyes, and of course I use quite a bit, but I like a more full coverage under eye. I'm just going to blend that out with my finger. I also have the original camo concealer, but I find that the hydrating one is better for me personally underneath my eyes. It's easier to work with, it blends well with setting powders, and it doesn't dry up my eyes, kind of like the original one does. And I really like to use my fingers so that I can press the product into my skin. Alright, so for setting powder, I'm actually going to be using one of my go-to favorites. I'm probably saying that about every single one of these products in this video. e.l.f. has really stepped up their game the past year, and there's so many great products if you are on a budget or if you just don't like to spend on high-end makeup like I do. So this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and this is so great. It's like butter, you guys, when you're putting it on your skin. So gorgeous. And I usually will just put this underneath my eyes, on my chin, my forehead, where my problem areas are and where I put that concealer. So just with a stippling brush, I'm just gonna really press that into my skin just to make sure that none of the concealer moves away, swipes away, after we just did all that work to cover up those dark circles. So I'm just gonna pat that underneath my eyes, and of course we're gonna go in with bronzer and highlight because we are looking a little dead right now. That's okay, I'm kind of pale at the moment. As I'm kind of putting in this setting powder, the foundation is not that bad. I kind of take back my first opinion. I don't like the smell of it. I feel like I smell like a man, which technically really isn't a bad thing, but I don't know if I want that on my face, you know? As hard as it was to blend that foundation out, it's kind of blending in nicely with the concealer. I'm not mad about it. I wouldn't say that it's my absolute favorite, my go-to, but for the price, I mean, you can't beat it. So now for the fun part, I'm going to go in and do my eyes, and I have been loving the Bite Size eyeshadow little palettes. I have like every single color, you guys. Like, it's seriously an addiction. They're $3 each, which is like insane to me, but they have so many different colors. I love them. They're just like the perfect travel size if you're like on the go. If you're new to makeup, these are really great to start out with. So I have been loving those, and I'm gonna go in with this one right here. It's kind of like a pinky mauve-y kind of tones. This is in the shade Berry Bad. I thought that'd be really cute to kind of put some color on my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's the first like transition shade, and I'm just gonna pop that on my blending brush. This is from Morphe. This is in the Jaclyn Hill collection, the JH30. This is my favorite blending brush in the world. It works so great. I'm just gonna keep the color right there in my crease, really feeling for my natural crease bone. $3, these colors are so pigmented. Like, I'm barely even grabbing any color in my brush. It's just insane to me. For this look, I think I want to do like a glitter moment, and so from e.l.f. they have so many liquid glitter eyeshadows. Just like the Bite Size eyeshadow palettes, these are such a great price, and they are so pigmented. They come in so many different colors. There's like a silver, a black, tons of different coppers and golds. So I think I'm going to go in with this gold one just because I have like gold earrings on and a necklace. kind of the vibe that I'm going for. So these are super easy to use. They come with a doe foot applicator. Just swipe them on. I'll show you guys here in a second. I think I'm going to put it just like in the beginning as kind of like a cut crease. This is in the shade Copper Pop. It is so pretty. And you really don't have to do like a concealer cut crease first. I found if I just put the liquid eyeshadow over top of my eyeshadow that I already have in my crease, it works perfectly fine. Just gonna swipe that all over my lids, and of course you can add more as you go. But I use these a lot for my bridal clients because it's like the perfect amount of glitter. It's not too overpowering and it's kind of cooling on the skin. For my outer corners, I'm going to deepen it up a little bit with this shade right here. It's like a really pretty cranberry shade. This glitter, you guys, I don't know if you can see on camera, it is so gorgeous by itself. Like for an everyday look, I would just kind of leave it like this. So pretty, just a topper, adds the perfect shine. But I'm going to deepen it up, make it a little bit more smoky. So I'm going to go in and put this on my crease. So I'm just placing that right in this outer corner right here, really trying to focus on placing my brush and tapping it like this. And as I'm doing that, I'm just kind of blending it in with my crease color. I'm going to bring it a little bit to the center of that glitter, but not too much. We don't want it to overpower that glitter already, and just kind of bring it up over here so that all the colors are blended. Like that. So gorgeous. You guys, these are e.l.f. products. It is like insane to me. I'm shook. So that is all I'm going to do for this eye look. I'm just going to pop on some lashes and then finish the rest of my face. For mascara, before I put my falsies on, I'm just using the e.l.f. This is the Length and Volume mascara in the shade Black. I just use this for underneath my falsies. Like I said, it's not my favorite mascara just by itself, but for my falsies, it works fine. So I'm just gonna pop that on, and then we'll pop on some falsies. Alright you guys, so if you see a difference, I did pop on my other lash, probably a good thing, and then I did go ahead and add this darker color underneath my eyes, and then I added some mascara underneath there as well. So now time for the fun part and finish up this makeup look. I'm going to go in with my bronzer. Of course, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. bronzer palette. This is in the shade Bronze Beauty. I love this palette. Such a great formula. You get 4 different shades. There are 2 mattes and 2 shimmers, and I like use these 2 right here constantly. I also dip into the shimmer ones in the summer, but usually for the winter months I dip into these cool tone ones, and they just work great for my skin. So I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here today, and I'm going to blend that out on my cheekbones. Love a good bronzer moment, because we were looking a little dead there for a second. And then I like to bring it up on my forehead. For highlight, I'm going to be going in with my e.l.f. highlight palette. This is the Glow Gleam Beam highlight palette. It's so great. I love this palette as well. I'm going to be sticking to more of those warm tone shades. I think I'm going to go in with this one right here and kind of mix these two. I don't know. We'll see how I feel once I start going in. So I'm just going to pop that on my cheekbone. And for e.l.f., this is like a great highlighter. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera. I'm looking in the viewfinder right now. It is beaming. Like, this is gorgeous. And I can't remember how much this palette was. Like, that is so pretty. Bring it on the bridge of my nose. I love a good highlight. A little too much, but you know, never a bad thing. Finally, for the lips, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Liquid Matte Lipstick. This is in the shade Blushing Rose. Such a pretty color. I don't really like the applicator too much. I've only used this product a couple times, but the color itself is really great. It reminds me of the Milani liquid lipsticks, if you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to pop that on my lips. And I'm going to be a little risky and not do a lip liner because, you know, we're living on the edge. Like, come on, that is so pretty. It goes on really thin, really creamy. It's easily buildable. It's not too sticky, too heavy. I just love that about these lipsticks. Alright, you guys, this is the final makeup look using only e.l.f. products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much if you are still here with me watching. I appreciate you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!